Welcome back to the ChessGeek channel. I have a challenge for you today. We have 6 very difficult calculation puzzles for you to try, so give them all a shot and let me know down below how many you get correct. This is from Chess Calculation Training, the first chapter, the warm-up chapter. I'm excited, so let's jump straight in. The first puzzle's on the screen right now. Give this one a shot. Pause the video, black to play. The move here is rook takes c5, but you had to see the continuation. And for all of these puzzles, I do urge you to really take these exercises as true calculation exercises in the sense that you want to see the entire exercise all the way through. So in this position, after pawn takes, you should not think to play rook d1 here because that does not work. Although it seems somewhat forcing it, it allows white to defend in a number of ways. Queen to e4 is the simplest, defending the rook, and there's no more conversation to be had. White is completely fine here. So going back, what you actually have to play here is queen to e2, a really gorgeous continuation. You can't take because of back rank, and the point, of course, is after rook f1, you also wanted to see this final blow of rook to d1, where now this is simply getting overwhelming here. You can't defend the rook on f1, and if you take, again, back rank issues. Exercise number 2 is on the screen. Give this one a shot. Let's go through the solution, and I actually want to start by showing you the realistic way that you would find this move. The first thing you should notice is the king on h2 is a little misplaced, and this knight here is really strong, and there is sort of this tactical idea. And so instinctively you should begin to consider ideas of going queen to f6 and then knight to g4 check. However, you see that this does not work because the bishop can simply take the knight here and you're down a queen. And this is how you really go about solving these very complex positions. You want to find these tactical ideas, figure out why they don't work, and then make differences and change the situation and the position to make them work. And here, that directly leads you to just getting rid of this bishop. And after the rook takes, well, now the same idea works. And so this art of finding ideas and improving on them is really important in chess, and specifically in this puzzle here. Up next, exercise number 3, black to play. Pause the video for some more time. This one is a really gorgeous one. This is all about pins, and you'll see what I mean. The move here is rook to d4. First of all, you cannot take this rook because of the pin of the pawn, and now you lose your queen. But the second point is this knight is pinned here, and a pinned piece cannot move away from its attack. And here we can simply take the knight. There's nothing they can do to defend it. And so truly a couple of dangerous pins by this black queen makes for this very gorgeous rook d4 move, and we're winning a knight here. So in this position, it is black to play. Pause the video and give this a shot. Exercise number 4. The move here is g4. And the point is, if the queen moves, of course, we can simply take the rook, but that is actually the best case scenario for white, because if they take this pawn, the queen is now really limited on squares. It cannot come to this diagonal here, it cannot come to this diagonal here, and this light square diagonal where we have a bishop that can really take advantage of this one. The queen is simply trapped, is what I'm trying to say. White to play in this puzzle here. This is exercise number 5. And give this one a shot. There's a couple of tactical ideas to consider. So pause the video, and here is the solution. The first thing that I actually want to show you is one of the ideas that maybe you considered, but it doesn't quite work, which is rook takes h7. So first of all, it's good if you consider this. It means that you have good instincts, because indeed the dark squares usually allow for this sort of typical and thematic idea where after the king takes, we want to get a queen or a rook to the h-file. So, maybe you were considering a move like queen g4, and usually that would work. The issue, though, is we've abandoned this e3 square when the rook and queen went away from their guarding posts, and therefore we allow some unfortunate counterplay after queen takes e3, and there's still some complications for black to figure out, but if they play this properly, they can indeed survive. And so going back, good idea, but that is actually not working in this specific case. The move here instead is queen h5, and the point is that, well, we want to take on h7, and they can't really defend that. I mean, if they move their rook, we're going to take and then go queen h8 checkmate. And they can't really do anything else. If they take the queen, then rook g3 is checkmate as well. Notice the power of the dark squares. And so this was a nice one, I think, because you had to really juggle around a couple of different tactical ideas before you found the correct one. And ladies and gentlemen, the final puzzle of the video today, puzzle and exercise number 6, white to play. Pause the video. This one, in my opinion, is geometrically the most pleasing. It's very aesthetic, in my opinion. The move here is queen h7 check. The king cannot recapture, so the knight has to take, but now knight g3 check, king to g8, and bishop e6, and we have this checkmate. I don't actually know what it's called with a knight and a bishop like this, but the king doesn't have any squares, and you can just see this kind of huddle of minor pieces here that are really containing this king into checkmate. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Comment down below how many you got correct, and I have another warm-up puzzle video coming up with 6 more complex puzzles, so stay tuned for that by subscribing and liking the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.